What up, what up, what up? Welcome back. It's what we're talking about. We talked a really long time on NCAA basketball. Weren't intending to do that, but don't worry. We will talk NBA basketball right now.
All right. So last night, Kobe passed Logo, Jerry West, as the all-time leading scorer in Lakers history.
Yeah, and the Lakers lost the game. Kobe drops 44. The Lakers lose. Granted, they had just played in Boston the night before. What's the bigger story there?
They getting the 44. I think in an 82-game season, you can drop a game like that to the Grizzlies after you said like playing the Celtics in such a close, hard-fought game.
I thought it was appropriate that he scored 44. I don't know if that's what he was aiming for, but I thought it was ironic. Maybe ironic.
I thought ironic or interesting, especially because I'm sure they had like more celebration planned for the next game. I believe might be at Staples.
Right.
And
They're going back after that 8-game road trip.
Up tonight. But I don't know. I think I'm happy for him on that one.
Yeah. Where does this put him in the conversation of greatest Laker ever?
It puts him up there. I definitely think that he might just be behind Magic right now. Magic has 5 rings, and I think he was 3rd all-time scorer for the Lakers, or 4th.
See, here's the problem that I have with that. The Lakers are a great franchise, and Kobe has done great things as a Laker, but Magic made that franchise. He had a helping hand in making that franchise. I mean, he didn't do it all by himself.
He had both players did it by themselves and did it with some great supporting cast with Abdul-Jabbar, Elgin Baylor, Worthy, or Shaq and
Fisher. Ori. Dude, the Lakers don't win that championship without Big Shot Bobby.
I hate him so much.
There's no way.
I was trying to remember the guy, Ron Harper.
Rick Fox.
Rick Fox. I mean, even Pau Gasol and Lamar Odom, they've all had really good players with them. I think Magic Johnson had more Hall of Famers with them, but they both have had a great supporting cast.
What about the perspective that some people won't put Kobe as the greatest Laker ever simply because they don't like him? And I raise my hand when I say that because I'm not a big fan of Kobe.
I don't like him. He's a good player to watch. I'll give him all the respect on that one. He can do some amazing things, but I don't like him. I don't like him as a player. I don't like him as a person.
No, I think his rape allegation
that will haunt him for the rest of it. Yeah,
forever. And when people think of Kobe Bryant, if you were around during that period, you're gonna think of that.
And then the other thing that comes to mind is that I don't know if this hurts or helps. He came into the league at 17. He's been playing for 14 years. He's only 31.
Right.
Jerry West only played for 14 years in general. And that was after 4 years of college. Magic played college. I mean, they all did their college bid. And Kobe came into a much better early situation. Like you said, Magic helped make that franchise.
Well, and Kobe, when he was younger, he was a ball hog. Nobody liked him. He would always try and take the last shot and miss. And he had a lot of growing up to do coming into the league, which was sort of what we just talked about in the last segment.
And then there was the whole debacle with he and Shaq, forcing Shaq out of town. There's trouble years. Is he going to be traded to the Bulls? Is he going to leave free agency?
Yeah, is he going to sign with the Clippers?
Yeah.
So there's so much drama that surrounds Kobe Bryant that I think almost covers up how good of a player he is. Is he good? Yes, that's not debatable.
Right.
And now he has another record to prove it. But there's so much that goes with, there's so much baggage that goes with Kobe Bryant that it takes away from his greatness.
Yeah, I think the real distinction is, should he be the best Laker ever by the end of his career? Yes. Will he in the minds of fans? Probably not, because he's not Magic.
He certainly has the possibility to be the greatest Laker ever.
He could end up with the all-time NBA scoring. I mean, he's, I think, 13,000 behind Abdul-Jabbar right now. He's only 31 years old.
Yeah, and he could end up, he's got 4 rings right now. He could end up with a heck of a lot more.
Right. So that remains to be seen, but I think it's something interesting that it will haunt. We'll just see where it goes with him.
From a guy to 4 rings to a guy with none and who may never ever get a chance to play for anymore. Gilbert Arenas, the whole gun debacle. You're from that area. You're a fan of
I was there
Wizards.
when I saw his last home game.
What is your take on all that?
He's an idiot. When I first read the thing, I wasn't shocked it was him that did it, and I thought it was really a dangerous thing he was doing. And then I read the actual thing of what happened, and he just thought he could get away with anything. I thought it'd be really hilarious if he brought in the guns because Jarvis Crittenden threatened to shoot him in the kneecaps for $60,000 worth of gambling on the plane. And then he's going to go to jail. I think that he should not play again for the Wizards. I don't think he should be banned from the NBA or anything like that, but I think the Wizards definitely have to sever ties.
Do you think somebody from the NBA is going to pick him up? I don't think he should be banned from the NBA either. I don't think he should be banned from going to the Wizards. I don't think the Wizards are going to want to sign him. And if I'm an NBA owner, I look differently at signing him and paying him a fatty, massive contract.
Well, I think that's the thing right there, that the Wizards, he's not going to be banned from the Wizards, but no Wizard's ever going to touch that again. They're even talking about renaming to the Bullets, and this whole thing's probably going to change that.
Right, and see, that's the thing. Gilbert acted so cavalierly about this whole thing.
Shooting his teammates.
That's what set up everything else.
Had he not done that pregame warm-up of the shooting the teammates and laughing about it, he would probably be playing until sentencing.
Probably.
Or when he pled. So he would have had a couple more weeks. But now I think the Wizards aren't going to bring him back. Whether they can void his contract or have to buy it out, he'll be done. But I think a team will take a risk on him for a small, like Mike Vick. He doesn't have huge numbers, but they gave him a 2-year deal just to see if he's worth it.
Now, what do you make of the op-ed piece that he put in the Washington Post saying that he was sorry, that he was going to try and help the kids, blah, blah, blah? Okay, go help the kids. Yeah, don't tell me you're sorry because you've already told me that. And by your actions, I can tell that you're not sorry. Your actions speak louder than your words.
And he said before he wasn't sorry because if it was a big deal, he would have been sorry, but it wasn't a big deal, so he wasn't sorry.
AKA Gilbert Arenas, you're an ass.
Right. I just hope that the Wizards can void his contract from when he goes into prison.
I think they will. I think the NBA will let him because I think David Stern's fed up right now with Gilbert Arenas.
And the only thing that's stopping is saying the Players Union's not going to want to allow that. But at the same time, Players Union's got to worry about the other 10 guys in the locker room when someone brings in 4 guns.
Exactly. All right. Well, that wraps up the NBA. Who's playing the best in the NBA right now? Real quick.
I almost want to say the Cavs. I think if they make one move, they'll definitely be there. But they beat the Lakers the other day. They're looking pretty good right now. I don't like to say it. I don't like the Cavs. But if they can pull off that trade for Anton Jamison like everyone's saying they will, then I think they'll be okay.
I would root for the Cavs then.
I would hate doing it, but I would want to see him get a ring.
Because Anton Jamison is amazing.
He's a nice guy.
I saw him play in '98 in the Final Four.
Oh, who won the Final Four?
Yeah, screw you, buddy. That was when I fell in love with Vince Carter too. That was when the man crush started. All right, quickly we will wrap up what we're talking about right now. Tim Tebow, Senior Bowl. Draft stock plummet.
Yeah, already before the Senior Bowl, Todd McShay said no team should draft him, but I think that it took even bigger hit right there. Will he be a top 3-round pick?
I don't think so. I don't think he will be. Not if you're going to play him at quarterback. I don't think that he's got the NFL potential to play at quarterback, and it's too much of a risk to put him on a team somewhere. I think Tim Tebow will make a heck of a coach. I don't know that he's going to make a heck of a player.
He's a great leader, but I just don't think he has the tools to be. Maybe he can even be an H-back. He can do something, I think, in the NFL. But NFL starting quarterback, probably not.
Probably not. I mean,
maybe a Wildcat. He's big enough to be able to run it up the middle.
True. What do you make of the Phil Mickelson deal?
Well, I'm still trying to figure this out. That the guy, I forget the player's name. He said I did not call him a cheater because he didn't want to be sued, which Mickelson kind of insinuated would happen.
Right. Phil, great guy. Never had anything bad on his record,
except for choking, but nothing bad.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's a personal problem.
Right.
You know, and his wife with breast cancer and everything like that. Phil right now is the face of the PGA.
Right, and to be called a cheater is pretty bad right now for using a club that, from what I can tell, they said has been banned by the PGA, yet the PGA has not said he's not allowed to use it.
Yeah, so I don't know what the deal is.
I don't think it's as big a deal because if it was, the PGA would have said,
the bottom line is the PGA is getting some pub without their main man, Tiger, who will return.
Hopefully before the first major.
Everybody's thinking he'll be back before the Masters. I don't know. Tiger's done, I credit Tiger this. He wanted to go in hiding, and he has done a heck of a job going into hiding.
I mean, for all we know, he could be anywhere in the world under any kind of name.
Yeah.
Could be alive or dead for all we know.
Exactly.
I hope he comes back, though, because he is a great golfer to watch, and I feel bad for his wife or his ex-wife and his family. But what he does best is play golf. He's got to get out there and do that.
And I'm worried for every single other golfer when he comes back because he's not going to have anything else to focus on except kicking everyone's butt. And he's not going to answer any media questions. He's going to go out and play golf all day long, and he's going to be great.
Especially against all those players that said, well, Tiger, you're a bad person, all this stuff. He's going to come out and Jesper Parnevik, who said, I wish that Ellen had used a driver to hit him with.
It's going to be very, very scary.
That's all I got to say. Makes me want to puke.
Well, thank you, Coach. We appreciate the kind words. For Cheston McGuire, I'm Michael Spencer. Cheston, go call your dad. He called during the show. Your phone was blowing up. Have a great week, everybody. We certainly do appreciate you listening. Until next time, that's what we're talking about.